Welcome. What a blessing to see you all as the Lew Walker Senior Center Drama Club presents our Man of the Hour in celebration of National Senior Center Month. Now, here at Lew Walker, our motto is, we don't retire, we refire. So welcome, everyone, to the life, legacy, and legend of Mr. Samuel O. Williams, honoring this gentle giant who has touched so many lives and helped so many of us to refire. Now, you can also participate by putting your accolades for Mr. Williams in the chat. Kick back, relax, and enjoy today's tribute. The next voice you hear will be our fantabulous MC, Betty Martin. And Mr. Williams, you sit back, relax, and please enjoy your flowers today.
Thank you, Lorene Bazell, for that very kind introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure, as always, to serve as your mistress of ceremony, and we warmly welcome you to this beautiful program. We are here to honor, to celebrate, and to reflect on the times we spent with our beloved teacher, instructor, and mentor, Mr. Samuel O. Williams. As Lorene said, we invite you to sit back and relax as we begin our program with the inspirational poem by Larry Williams.
Good afternoon, Mr. Samuel O. Williams. When I think of Mr. Williams, one word pops into my mind: invictus, meaning unconquerable, undefeated. I think Williams Ernest Hindley said it best in 1875 when he said, and I quote, "Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the felt clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bouldering of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of years find and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the skull. I am the master of my feet. I am the captain of my soul."
The purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. Presenting the man of the hour and his purpose, Barbara Johnson.
Hello, everyone. Yes, September is National Senior Center Month. It is with great pleasure that we, the Lew Walker Senior Center Drama Club, has chosen to honor our very own man of the hour, Mr. Samuel O. Williams. Whatever your connection to him might be, you can always expect a big smile and an encouraging word. We honor you today, sir, because you mean so much to so many people. Among other things, Mr. Williams is a teacher, a mentor, and a great friend. During this tribute, you will hear how you, sir, has made a difference in our lives.
We often tell stories that have been passed down to us, and we tell other people's stories because their stories have had a bearing on our journey. They have touched us, informed us, or inspired us. Ladies and gentlemen, I present A Portrait of a Man by Charlene Knox.
Man, what a man. Allow me to tell you about Samuel Odette Williams, a visionary, artist, loved and respected by all. Samuel O. Williams, an alumnus of the historical Tuskegee Institute, now known as Tuskegee University, is a visual and performing artist. His artistic ability was nurtured and cultivated and encouraged by his devoted mother and many members of the community. Community leaders such as Elaine Thomas, a professor of the arts, permitted him to take art classes with her college students while he was still in high school. P.H. Pope, the official photographer at the university, permitted him to observe him as he worked in his studio. Isaac Hathaway taught him ceramics and sculpture. Howard Ombree, who demanded only the best and then some, which is probably why Mr. Williams demanded so much of the drama club. He was his advisor and mentor at Alabama State University, where he graduated in 1965. Williams continued his studies of the arts at the City College of New York, Wisconsin State University, Stevens Point, Wisconsin, where he received a scholarship in dance, Savannah College of Arts and Design, Atlanta College of Arts in Atlanta, Georgia. Can you imagine how he felt the moment he became the first African-American art teacher in DeKalb County in 1968, where he served 34 rewarding and successful years? Williams retired in 2004 as a visual and performing arts coordinator. He served as the artistic director for Sharon J. Willis AmeriColor Opera Alliance and Theater Arts, Inc. for many years and provided his expertise. He designed the curriculum for DeKalb County Elementary School of the Arts. He served as the board of director of the arts in South DeKalb and DeKalb County, DeKalb Council of Arts. He also designed the dance program for Collinwall Fine Arts Center, where he served on the board of directors for 3 terms, becoming again another first, the first African American to serve on that board. Here at Lew Walker Senior Center, he taught so many classes, such as exploring the arts, drawing, painting, sculpture, theater arts, African Americans in the arts, and etiquette. Out of the kindness of his heart, using his creative skills to decorate the Lew Walker stage for many, many events at the center. Williams is a recipient of the Beaux Arts Award, the National Dance Institute Scholarship Award, the Bronze Jubilee Award for long-term contribution to the arts. Some of his works are in the private collections of Arthur Mitchell, James Earl Jones, and the Arts Station in Stone Mountain. His works were exhibited all over the United States. He shared his talents with many of his Lew Walker students. They too are proud recipients of his art. Mr. Williams once said, "My art, my work of art comes through me, not from me." A Renaissance man who always had a hug and a kind word for everyone, who is known for his magnetic and upbeat personality. And I cannot close without saying something about the way he dressed. Mr. Williams is the most stylish dresser I know. often referred to by everyone as dapper, well-dressed, fashionista. Every single person you ask has a nice word to say about his character, his passion for creativity, his warm and dignified disposition. Man, what a man. Samuel O. Williams. Man, what a man.
Up until now, you have only heard about Mr. Samuel O. Williams. It is said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, that a slideshow is worth 10,000 words. I present to you a Man of the Hour slideshow. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is a woman of soul and heart. She's here to inspire us with her powerful voice, Muncie Ella Elder, with a beautiful song titled Summertime.
I am Muncie Ella Elder, and I'm here to tape something for Mr. Samuel Williams. First of all, I want to share a memory with you. When Mr. Williams and I first met, he was at the center, at Lew Walker Center one day, and he wasn't feeling well. And I kept looking at him. I'm saying, Mr. Williams, you're not feeling well. And he said, no, I'm not. I'm getting ready to go home. And he went to his car and I went to mine. And I followed him all the way home. When he pulled in his driveway, I pulled up behind him. And to this day, and this was years ago, every time I talk to Mr. Williams, he talks about that story and he cries. He said, because you didn't know me from Adam, but yet you followed me home to make sure I got there safely. And from that moment on, he and I have always been close. My husband, James, and his wife, Miss Joyce, we've always been very close. Now, he asked me to sing for him one time in this particular song, and he danced to it. And I have been asked to sing this song for you today and for you, Mr. Williams. The song is entitled Summertime. And if you know anything about Mr. Williams, and you can close your eyes and visualize Mr. Williams dancing to this. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy is rich, and your mom is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you spread your wings and you take to the sky. Oh, but till that morning, ain't nothing can harm you. With your daddy and your mammy standing by. Oh, they're standing right by. Yes, it's summertime, summertime, summertime. Oh, and a living is easy. Oh, it's so easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy is rich, and your mama's so darn good looking. So hush, little baby, don't cry, don't cry.
If your reputation truly precedes you, what does it say? This is what I heard, presented by Alice Moore.
Mr. Samuel O. Williams, I am Alice Moore, sister of Clara Louise, one of your favorite principals. I heard of you before I met you. I heard you were small in stature, but a giant in the artistic field. You always ready, always handy, your time and talents to generously give. And you could dance like Fred Astaire. I have seen the works of your hand, transforming the Victory Room into a Carnegie Hall, fit for the finest gala ball. And if that's not enough, you could dance an Irish jig that will make you flip your wig. You could dance a Bojangle that will make Mr. Bojangle look like an amateur dancing across the Victory Room floor. Fine tune you are to a perfect playbill. You would proudly take your bow and walk through the Victory Room door. Mr. Samuel O. Williams, you are the man whose fame gets there before your name.
Moments of reflections and memories. Here to reflect on the moments of what we remember most about Mr. Samuel O. Williams, starting with yours truly, Betty Martin. Good afternoon. I am honored and humbled to have been a student in Mr. Samuel O. Williams' acting class. What I remember most about Mr. Williams' acting class is that you are always on stage. Mr. Williams would say to the class, whenever you walk into my classroom, you are walking on stage. Thank you, Mr. Williams, for helping me learn that the world is our stage and we must be prepared for everything. As an actor not on stage, you are about to go on stage. Again, thank you, Mr. Samuel O. Williams.
Mr. Williams, I remember our first encounter. You were on your way to your class and rushing as you normally do, but you paused just long enough to look me in my eyes and say, you need to be in my class. And I followed you to your class. Mr. Williams, the magic was in that classroom. The way that you were teaching the students on how they should perform, and not only word of mouth, but you also could demonstrate how they should perform. You always said, do your best. Do your very best, even when you're in the classroom practicing and when you go on stage. Performance day, you would come in the back where we were all sitting and you would give us that great big smile of yours and encourage us again to do our best. And also you would say, oh, you look so good. You look so good. Your pep talk to us, as most of us would say, go break a leg. You didn't say go break a leg. You told us to go out there and make the unreal seem real. Mr. Williams, thank you. Thank you so very much. Because of your teaching, I now know how to make the unreal seem real. Thank you.
My name is Barbara Johnson. If there is a person outside of my family that I admire, look up to, and have learned so many things from, it is you, Mr. Samuel O. Williams. It is you. Not only is he an artist, dancer, teacher, professional decorator, and an amazing talent, he commands a huge presence while remaining humble. His talents are endless, first class in all he does. He teaches us to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. He says to always be prepared to speak when called on at the last minute. Know a poem or a saying that you can come up with in an instant. Mr. Williams, you shared a quote with us in one of your classes, and it reads, I'll never forget it, I work as an artist, and I think the audience of one, which is the self, and I have to satisfy myself as an artist. So I always say that I write for the same people that Picasso painted for. I think he painted for himself. That is a quote from August Wilson. Mr. Williams, I know you remember that. Mr. Williams is a man of distinction in class. But guess what? He does not play when it comes to our performances. He has given us the tools, and he expects for us to bring it. He ain't playing with us. Thank you, Mr. Williams, for helping me to be a better performer. Mr. Williams says, life is a stage, my dear, and we're always on it. You never know who's watching.
I'm Laureen Phillips Bizzell, and I am representing Dr. Suzanne Phillips. Retirement. Pushed open the door to the Lew Walker Senior Center, big kids' playground of life, and seniors were having fun everywhere. Our very first course was Theater Arts with Mr. Samuel O. Williams, instructor, who has not only made retirement fun, but Mr. Williams, you've instilled in us confidence, self-esteem, new purpose and boldness. Yeah, even at this age. Through your creative drama instruction, you've taught us to make the unreal real, to always have something in our back pocket to perform, and I keep two things: to not be afraid to overact, and you've given us some fantastic artwork of your own. So we thank you for that. But foremost, you've introduced us to the Lew Walker Senior Center Drama Club family, opening up a whole new world. So thank you again from me and Dr. Sue. Now, Samuel means name of God or God heard. So accept this blessing. May the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge, reward you fully for what you have done. Ruth 2:12. We love you.
My name is Margaret Hester. Always the gentleman, always the teacher, and always willing to assist others. Our own Mr. Samuel O. Williams. When I was in your acting class, one of the things I learned is the importance of time when putting on a performance. You taught us not to keep the audience waiting and respect and value the time of others. And when we start on time, we can end on time. Mr. Williams, you often open for our drama club performances at the Lew Walker Senior Center. I can see you now walking out on the stage and saying, "May I have your attention, please?" And after getting the audience attention, you would continue with, "Ladies and gentlemen, what time is it?" as you pointed to the clock on the wall. And the audience would respond, 2:00. Then you would say, "Now look at your program. And what time did we say we were going to start?" And the audience would reply, 2:00. You would then give a few housekeeping announcements and introduce the MC. And the program would begin on time. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and your many talents with us.
My name is Lorene Knight. I knew you, Mr. Samuel O. Williams, before I met you. I spotted you prancing gracefully across the stage at Lew Walker Senior Center, like the master performer you are. You were in the process of decorating and designing the stage for the Black History program. You moved with such excellence and poise, like the true artist you are. You turned some mudcloth, African materials, and artifacts into a perfect setting for the program. My dance group, the Mothers of Zion from Peace Baptist Church, were invited to dance that day. After the program, you stopped to encourage my dance group on how you enjoyed our performance. And you even offered to give us some help with choreography if we needed it. I also witnessed you dancing and performing many times at the Lew Walker Senior Center. Each time you were a master at your craft. Thank you, Mr. Williams, for being an example of a real actor and artist that you are. You carried yourself like you were always on stage. Thank you for being an inspiration to every senior that was in your class at Lew Walker Senior Center and those that witnessed you on the stage. Thank you again, Mr. Samuel O. Williams.
Good afternoon. My name is Charlene Knox. You are my hero. You are my teacher, my mentor, and most importantly, you are my friend. Mr. Samuel O. Williams, you taught me so much that relates to drama, which enabled me to become a drama instructor and a drama director. I remember you telling me when performing a character on stage, if you see me, Charlene, and not the character, then I'm not doing my part very well. A few other things you said: always challenge yourself, step out of your comfort zone, to always be prepared, keep a speech in your pocket. I will always remember those things. When performing, always stay in character until you leave the stage. One very special moment you shared with my 8-year-old granddaughter, Raven, about when it's proper for a man to shake a lady's hand. It was the first time you met her. You told her that a lady must first extend their hand to the gentleman, giving them permission to shake her hands. As a 19-year-old college student, she still remembers that lesson and followed that rule. Thank you for sharing with my granddaughter. The knowledge I have achieved from you is endless. I will continue to do my best, to be my best. And as you always say, Don't bring shame to the family. Thank you, my friend, Samuel O. Williams.
My name is Brenda Chester Johnson. And I would like to say, what a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty, mighty good man. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty, mighty good man. Samuel O. Williams is. Why would I say that? It's very simple. Mr. Williams is a good man, an accomplished actor, a friend, and a mentor. And as an actor, which I try to be sometimes, you want your work to be acceptable, entertaining, and or informative. I've tried to do this in all of my performances with the Lew Walker Senior Center Drama Club. But Samuel O. Williams helps that to occur for you whether you're in his class or not. Why, when Mr. Williams is in the audience, oh, you know it. You can see him watching carefully, critically, and encouragingly. And if you see him after the performance, he has something, oh, so positive to say. And he always smiles at you. Such a big, beautiful smile. You know he's sincere, and his actions mean so much to me. Why, he is such an enthusiastic supporter of the arts, as you've well been told today. And that was, and always is, just the push to help you, and especially you, to be an actor and to improve your craft. Why do I say these things? It's simple. Because Samuel O. Williams has helped me to do performances and to write with confidence. Thank you, Mr. Samuel O. Williams.
Mr. Samuel O. Williams, a master of the arts, is celebrated by one of his students of the arts. She is best known for her acting performances, but sometimes she just want to dance. I present the incredible and talented Clovis Clark.
You pulled me out of the shadows. Yes, you did. So I could get the spotlight in my face. It was a little glaring. You were content to let me shine. That's just your way. But I always knew that you were behind me. You let me share in some of your glory, and I thank you for that. Oh, and you let me lean on your mighty strength. A handsome man, oh, but never ever vain. No, that's not you. With a beautiful soul that never caused anyone pain. Mr. Williams, I never told you, but you are my hero. You're everything I aspire to be. And Mr. Williams, I am gonna fly higher than an eagle because you gave me your wind beneath my wings. Now, it may have appeared to go unnoticed, but it was not. Because I can say everything that you taught me is still right here in my heart. I know, you know I know the truth. Of course I know. I never could have come this far without you, Mr. Williams. I'm here to tell you today that you are my hero. You're everything that I aspire to be. And Mr. Williams, I am gonna fly higher than an eagle. And that is because you gave me your wind beneath my wings. I love you, Mr. Williams. Thank you so much.
All you have to do is to look up and know that the stars are never far away. Presenting a star-inspired monologue starring Mr. Samuel O. Williams by Paula Mack.
Over 7 decades ago, the heavens opened up, light flooded the earth, and then it happened. A star was born. Yes, Mr. Samuel O. Williams, I am talking about you. Did you know that astronomers describe a star with 5 characteristics? Color, temperature, size, composition, and brightness. You shine brightly and brilliantly in all 5 of those areas. Let's start with color. Woo! You are clearly and unapologetically a proud Black man. And what about your temperature? You are a real cool cat, capable of creating, illustrating, and designing beautiful objects and experiences. The kind that can take our emotions anywhere from ice cold chills to red hot fire. And size. While your size is a medium physical build, your stature is that of a giant, larger than life. Your composition seems to be a diverse composite made up largely of character, creativity, art, elegance, and class. Woo! Your brightness is unavoidably visible as your physical and emotional presence with beautiful spirit emit an almost angelic, blinding light. This light floods audiences and at the same time showcases the golden presence and talent of others. You might say it's a magical and magnificent strike of bright lightning. It is an unquestionable fact, Mr. Samuel O. Williams. You are a star. A star that is also a GOAT in his field. That's right. The greatest of all time. Shout out to just a few examples of that from an endless list of possibilities. How about actor, painter, sculptor, dancer, designer, and teacher? Your acting roles are authentic, powerful, and entertaining. Award-worthy performances by a master of the craft. Your paintings prove that although a picture is said to be worth 1,000 words, your art can leave one speechless. Your sculptures, so beautifully molded, seem poised to rise from their displays and magically spring to life, all while conjuring up powerful feelings and emotions, even without ever touching them. Your dancing showcases your perfect expression of grace, rhythm, movement, seamlessly capturing the essence of all kinds of music. Your design of props, sets, decorations, scenery, and more propel our productions to astronomical heights. You just seem to know how to elevate any place, any space, or situation. Your genius seems to be a blend of innate ability, imagination, hard work, and acquired knowledge and skills. We know that real stars don't just shine beautifully in their own glory. They lead, navigate, and help us progress on our own paths. Your compliments and encouragement help build confidence in all of our efforts. You make us better as people and entertainers in our lives and in our work. As Earth, Wind, and Fire might sing, shining star helps us to see what our lives can truly be. You may be scratching your head, wondering why you can't remember me. Well, there's a reason. You're right. It's because I never had the pleasure or privilege of working directly with you. I learned all I know about you and your teachings from my colleagues in the drama club and by seeing your beautiful work in pictures. That, Mr. Samuel O. Williams, is a testament to you, the person, and to your work's massive sphere of influence. Remember, some stars we don't see all the time, but they're still there in our presence. So when people watch our productions, they may not see you on stage with us, but we stand proudly knowing that you're always there, highly present, radiating in our work. Our productions are now and will forever be starring Mr. Samuel O. Williams.
More moments of reflection. Let the works I've done speak for me. A slideshow of beautiful pieces of art and sculptures by Mr. Samuel O. Williams. multi-talented is an easy way to describe a man with many talents. Our next performance is a representative of the many talents embodied in one man. He talked of life, he laughed, he clicked his heels and stepped onto the world stage and happily performed for his audience. He is Mr. Bojangles by Barney Franklin.
Mr. Samuel O. Williams. His poised manner, his grace, his stage presence inspired me to perform the lyrics of Mr. Bojangles. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you, just for you, in worn out shoes, silver hair, ragged shirt, and baggy pants. He would do the old soft shoe. He could jump so high. Oh yes, jump so high. And then he lightly touched down. I met him in a cell in New Orleans. I was down and out. He looked to me to be the eyes of age as he spoke right out. You know, he talked of life. He talked of life, laughed, slapped his leg, and stepped. He said his name was Bojangles, and he danced a lick right across the cell. He grabbed his pants, took a better stance. He jumped so high. That's when he clicked his heels. Then he let go a laugh. Lord, he let go a laugh. Shook back his clothes all around. That was Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. Lord, he could dance. Well, he danced for those in minstrel shows, traveling throughout the South. He spoke with tears of 15 years, how his dog and he, well, they would travel about. Oh, but the dog up and died. The dog just got old and died. And after 20 years, he still grieves. Well, he said, I dance now at every chance in honky tonk for drinks and tips. But most of the time I spend behind these county bars. You see, son, I drinks a bit. Then he shook his head. Lord, when he shook his head, I swear I heard someone say, please, please, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, would you dance? Mr. Samuel Williams, Mr. Samuel Williams, Mr. Samuel Williams, that man can dance.
Even though your time on the job is temporary, if you do a good enough job, your work there will last forever. The indelible life, legacy, and legend story of Mr. Samuel O. Williams, as presented by Brenda Johnson.
Thank you for being with us today as we celebrated the life, legacy, and legend of Samuel O. Williams. And we did it in so many different ways. As you can see, Mr. Williams is a cherished member of the Lew Walker Senior Center of Excellence in DeKalb County. And we are so happy to have that to be true. Now, we chose the title Life, Legacy, and Legend for several reasons. Number one, life is a journey. It's full of actions, experiences, thoughts, words, and all of the breaths that you take. It is your journey. All of your experiences form your unique, fantastic journey. And the life of Samuel O. Williams is a uniqueness of being that affects us with a spirit of aspiration, admiration, and creation. The legacy, in its broadest sense, is a result of a gift. Through art, drama, and designs, you have seen that Mr. Williams is a master in that. And he always challenges us to see not where we are, but where we can go to create. Today, we considered his artistic legacy to our senior center. And you only had to look at the participants in this program to see the impact of his artistic legacy in all of our lives. Why our seniors have grown from knowing and seeing him in action. And finally, the legend. A legend is to be widely admired by a lot of people, famous through either fiction or fact. Mr. Williams is just a man. It's what you see of him and how he acts and how he creates his craft. He is a person who has not ended his tenure, but he continues. And his story still is in development. Thank you, Mr. Samuel O. Williams, for your support.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this portion of our program. Thank you for joining us for the National Senior Center Month celebration in honor of one of Lew Walker Senior Center's beloved instructors, Mr. Samuel O. Williams. But the fun doesn't end just yet. We invite you to stick around and meet and greet the performance when the webinar opens momentarily. But first, we would like to have a word from our director of Lew Walker Senior Center, Ms. Arisha King.
Hello. Thank you for the invitation for this event. The life, the legacy, the legend, Mr. Samuel O. Williams, I think is definitely well deserving of the recognition, definitely deserving of the honor. And what other opportunity or what better way or time to choose to honor him than National Senior Center Month? Mr. Samuel O. Williams has given us so much. And to know Mr. Williams is to experience Mr. Williams. I am more than honored that I have had an opportunity to be exposed to your refinery. I am more than honored to be in your presence. To see him is to know him, and to know him, your breath would be taken away, because to experience his artistry, his love of what it is that he does and how he infectiously affects each and every person that crosses paths with Mr. Williams, I honor you. I appreciate all the things that you have indoctrinated in us. I appreciate the things that you remind us of that we have been taught even growing up. And I appreciate the fact that you are very open to share who you are with everyone. It is your humility, your humanity, and the integrity that you behold is just as infectious as who you are. And so I thank you, Mr. Williams, for being who you are. I thank you for the work that you have done. And I thank you for the love that you have always shown to Lew Walker Senior Center and to your gifting. And I honor you. I wish you well. And I thank you oh so much. Much love to you.
Thank you, Director Arisha King. Sandra, will you open the webinar, please? And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome your comments for the presenters as well as for Mr. Williams, if you would like to share at this time. Again, we thank you all for joining us today. Stay well and be safe. Our webinar is open for your comments.
Do we just speak?
SCAD, Jean Bailey.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead with your comments.
Okay, I just wanted to say every performance was excellent. I enjoyed this so much because I've known Mr. Williams for years, but every performer, really, you could see Mr. Williams in all of you. And I just wanted you to know how much I appreciated each of your performances. You were all just excellent.
Thank you very much. Galaxy A, we see your hand. Go ahead. Belinda, okay, go ahead.
Ivy Coral Stinson Head, and I just want to let you guys know I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I am in the car. We were out, and my sister Barbara Johnson told me about it, and I am so happy. This is the best thing I could have done. You all were superb, and to honor such a wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Betty.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
Galaxy 32, I think, 5G. Good afternoon. Congratulations. Everything is wonderful. I'm there in spirit. You already know that, and he knows too. But when he comes in the victory room and give everybody a kiss, he's precise about being on time, but he comes in early enough. He said everybody get a little kiss or throw you a kiss just to let you know how much we are loved. That's just wonderful. Thank you so much. The program, the only thing it could have been longer, but it couldn't have said any more because love is like that. Thank you for sharing who we know he is already.
Sure. Mary, 832, Galaxy 832. Go ahead with your comment. Janet Proctor. Go ahead with your comment.
You're on mute.
They may be on mute, yeah.
I don't even have myself off of video. All right. I've been so busy enjoying it. I just want to say that I thoroughly enjoyed this beautiful program in honor of Mr. Samuel O. Williams. And congratulations, Lew Walker Drama Club, for the many wonderful accolades and this fantastic program. It was just beautiful. I enjoyed it.
Thank you, Janet. I see Galaxy 8, A as in apple. Go ahead. Okay, she have her hand up. Are there any other comments? Galaxy A32 5G. Tressa Smith.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
I wanted to say I enjoyed this performance today. It was just really, really an example of what Mr. Williams is all about. I met him in March, April of 2010, and I enjoyed the drama class, and it's all because of Mr. Williams that I had the nerve to dress as if I am going to walk at the Tony Awards, because he would always look just as if he's collecting an award. And when I've been producing plays for years, and after I met Mr. Williams and I saw how he walks into the Lou Walker Center with so much pizzazz. That's it. That's how I'm gonna have to dress when I produce my plays, and I have been doing it, and I enjoyed today. It was an epitome of what Mr. Williams was all about. It was top rated. I enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your comments.
Okay.
Are there any other comments that you would like to make for Mr. Williams or to our performance today?
Hello.
Hello, go ahead with your comment.
I'd just like to say it was such a wonderful performance. I was really looking forward to it. I really admired Mr. Williams, and I am so glad that I was able to be here today to see this. And I know that he's great, because it was such a wonderful day to celebrate a wonderful man.
Thank you for your comment. We appreciate you coming out today. Are there any other comments at this time? I know everyone have comments that they would like to make about Mr. Williams. This is your opportunity, staff.
Betty, I see Clovis' hand up.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Clovis.
Hi, I just wanted to say this was so wonderful, and I am so happy that I got to be a part of this. I mean, there's not enough that you can say about Mr. Williams. Everybody that meets him, everybody that was in his class has felt his impact in some kind of way on their lives, not just on the stage, but also off the stage. I mean, he's just such a wonderful man, and we are just so fortunate that we were able to be in his class, be in his presence, be at the center. And we just look forward to continuing his legacy and everything that he's taught us. Because I know he taught me a lot, and I just appreciate it. Love you, Mr. Williams. And as Miss Charlene says, I won't bring shame to the family.
That's all right. That's all right. Thank you, Clovis, for that comment. Any other comments at this time? Of course, we all enjoy doing this piece for Mr. Williams. We didn't have to twist anybody's arms. They were all very, very willing to participate in this program.
Betty, I'd like to make a comment.
Go ahead.
I just want to thank all the drama club members and all those that participated in this program. This was an easy one because everyone had the love, as Betty just said, for Mr. Williams, and it made it all very, very easy. I'm very proud of all of you for your participation in this program. Betty, a special thanks to you as the MC. I appreciate you. And I think the Drama Club did it again. And I'm sure Mr. Williams and his family will share this video once it's put out there so we all can enjoy it again. Thank you so much, everybody, for the good job, the great job that you guys did.
Thank you, Charlene. Is there no other comments?
Yeah, Betty, I'd like to say something. This is Barbara.
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, I just, it was a joy to do this because he just has made such an impact, Mr. Williams, at Lew Walker Senior Center for so long. And it was my pleasure because this was easy. This is one, for me, it was one of the easier ones that I've done with drama because we didn't have to make up anything. We didn't have to make up anything. You know, usually we got to come up with a skit and we got to come up with a thing. We didn't have to make up a thing. All we had to do was just talk what we know is real about this awesome man. And this is wonderful. And again, all the Drama Club, everybody brought it again. So I'm sure he's going to be happy about that.
Beautiful. Thank you, Barbara. Any other comments? Go ahead.
I'm Mildred Cohen, and I want to say the first time I saw Mr. Williams in one of those operas with Dr. Willis, Sharon Willis,
yes,
and Mr. Williams was such an actor. I followed those operas, many of those operas, and then again I didn't know that I'd meet him again at Lew Walker, and I decided to be in his class. He had problems with me because he said, you've got to get out of yourself and get into the person that you are acting to be. And when Mr. Williams decided to decorate the stage in the Victory Room, it will never look the same. Mr. Williams could put on some beautiful decoration. Classes was excellent. He's an excellent artist, and I enjoy his classes.
Right.
Thank you for your comment.
Betty, I think Paula is trying to do something.
All right, Paula, Matt.
Hello, just a couple of words. One, thank you for giving me the honor of being able to work on this program, and I really enjoyed it. As my comment said,
I haven't seen enough so
about this star. He, when I heard about him, I knew so much about him from my colleagues at the Drama Club, and I wanted to meet him immediately. And I thought, I've got to meet him. I've got to meet him. Charlene always said she would see, she'd try to get in touch with him. And actually, finally, I put it on my bucket list. I have to meet this man before I leave this earth. I have to. And then one day the Drama Club was at lunch, and there he was. It was one of the most thrilling days I have ever had. And so I'm so grateful that I got to meet him. So grateful for all I've heard and learned from the people in the group. And I have to give a special shout out to Barbara Johnson, because I remember when she said, well, we could do a program about Mr. Williams, and everybody caught on to it. So thank you, Barbara. And thank you, everybody. This was great.
That's a beautiful story. Thank you, Paula, for your
You're
comment.
welcome. Yes.
Do we have any other comments? I know we can go on and on and on. But at this time, if I do not see any more hands, but on behalf of the Lew Walker Senior Center Drama Club, our director, Arisha King, and many thanks to you all, and to Sandra Lewis, our technical assistant. We appreciate all her hard work. And thank you, staff, for all that you've done, your patience and your tireless rehearsals. Thank you all. And again, we say thank you all for joining us today. Stay well and be safe. God bless you. Thank you, Sandra.
I'm going to close it down. Have a good day, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes.